Hello, world. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. Here we go, man. Listen, kicking it off, fresh off the new year. Former heavyweight champion, WBC champion Deontay Wilder, the man who single-handedly brought back the heavyweight division. Of course, he's coming off two losses where he did not look like himself of old. Many people, many fans cried out loud saying that he need to retire and things of the nature. But Deontay, of course, being a brother of mine, I knew that he didn't want to retire. Um, I know many people wish that upon him and still do wish that upon him. But at the end of the day, man, he's his own man and he still have things that he wants to do and has left to do in the sport of boxing. With that being said, he's back. He's back and he's definitely going to be back in April, right? And it definitely will be on BLK Prime. And listen, everybody has had their own fair shake and their own fair talks, their own distasteful and despiteful type talks about BLK Prime once upon a time when they was the first, yes, I mean the first network that actually tried to bring you guys the Crawford and Spence fight. But you guys had so much negative things to say. But hey, listen. With that being said, man, Deontay Wilder is back, and I've been knowing this for a couple months now. I know this been in the making, things of that nature. I just never really said nothing about it. Of course, life been lifing, so I have been taking care of business as well over on my end. And with that being said, many people has went to Twitter and pretty much said that Deontay is fighting Stephen Shaw. Now, I get it. Deontay, fights, he can fight whoever he wants to, right? Me personally, as a close brother friend, I would definitely love for my brother to have a couple tune-ups and things of that nature. Me personally, he's done everything in the sport. He's fought everybody. He's tried to make fights with, and of course, the one fight that he couldn't make because of on their end, which was the Anthony Joshua fight. But outside of that, he's done everything. 10 title defenses, and he's a living legend now. I believe he's the only fighter that's living that has his own statue, which you can also go visit in his home state of Alabama, Tuscaloosa. Well, let's get to it, man. Stephen Shaw, again, like I said before, he's definitely a formidable opponent. I think that Stephen Shaw is definitely not a pushover. I've definitely seen Deontay and Stephen Shaw uh, get it in camps, get it in camp in different sparring sessions. I've seen these guys share over 50, 60 rounds. I've seen these guys, have great days in the gym with each other. Um, and I believe that, people just run with different narratives and state that they think they didn't know what's going on, or things of that nature. But hey, I can't tell you guys what to think or who to listen to, right? There are some people out there who knows exactly what they're talking about, but you got to be cautious of who you get your information from. Well, Stephen Shaw, honestly, guys, I talked to him earlier today, and he told me straight up. He said, bro, I don't know what people are talking about. I don't know what people were talking about. I saw it, but he said, but that'll be a fight to help my career. It'd definitely be a career defining moment. A moment, of course. Stephen Shaw. He's had some big fights on top rank. Of course, we saw where he lost to Anthony Ajagba, in which he could have won that fight. We've also seen him down and knocked out in his very next fight. But again, I believe that Stephen Shaw is definitely a tough fight for Deontay. I believe that he's a great competitor as well. And also, Stephen Shaw has grew to be a great friend of mine as well, spending, many hot hours during the summer and cold times during the winter in camps with Deontay as well. So it would definitely be a great opponent. But I just don't think that fight will be happening. That's just me. I don't think that fight is happening at all, right? But I believe that Deontay will fight Stephen Shaw. That's definitely not a problem, right? I think that is definitely not a problem at all. It'll be like Stephen Shaw said earlier when I spoke to him. It'll be career defining for him. Of course, the money for him to help, um, to push off his career even more in depth, and of course help his family. It'll be a great payday for him, and I would love to see that. But unfortunately, I just don't think that that's happening right now. Um, One of the names that I am hearing is Mr. Harper. We all know who Mr. Harper is in the heavyweight division. He was the same guy who, left the ring um, when he fought Anthony Ajagba. That was the guy who walked out of the ring when the bell rung because they wasn't paying him enough. But we've seen, Harper in some good fights late as of late. Of course, um, he's not the ideal heavyweight, that people gravitate towards because of his record. But when we're talking about a former world champion who came back and fought a former world champion and then came back off a loss of fighting Joseph Parker, who's the former world champion, then he fought another champion, which was Zhilei Zhang. So Deontay definitely has earned his keep and his stake to fight whomever he wants to bounce back. And I look at it just like a George Foreman situation. George Foreman came back, you know, he dibbled and daddled until he got back to the top and then eventually became a world champion again. Right. So I look at it as the same situation. And of course, I believe that Deontay should do the same thing as well. You guys have already said he fought nothing but trash cans and tomato cans anyway. Why not get paid even more for bum bashing and getting back to the top? Why not? People gonna say the worst thing about you anyway. So hey, fuck it. Get back to the top, if that's what you desire, and which I know that's what he desires. Um, and I will say this. I believe that Deontay is in the best mental capacity that I've seen Deontay in since around 2015, 2016, 2017. And we all know what that Deontay brought about. He was definitely someone to watch in the heavyweight division before coming champion, before people caught wind of him. We're talking about the Deontay Wilder who was knocking everybody out and nobody knew who he was. So Deontay's definitely back in that mental capacity, and I cannot wait to see him back in the ring. I know he's training hard. I know he's been training hard for the last 2 months. So he's definitely been working in the gym, guys. He's definitely been working. He set out some goals, and he wants to reach those goals. And I can tell you from talks, he's definitely has a desire to finish those goals. He's definitely have a desire to finish those goals. So I would say look out for Deontay coming back. Definitely going to be on BLK Prime. And definitely be with April. And it's also going to be in Atlanta, Georgia as well. So, guys, make sure you get your tickets, for the comeback. The ones who do support Deontay and the ones who don't, that's fine as well. Just watch from the sideline and keep hating. But with that being said, I believe that Deontay and Mr. Harper will definitely get it on in the ring. And it'll definitely be a good fight for his comeback fight as well. And I believe that it'll be a good fight for as long as it lasts. I believe that Bomb Squad, Deontay, and the right hand is back. With that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello, world.